beneath the floorboards torn, where sunlight fades through your kitchen door. Dust settles slow on memories we made. Love lived in silence, then quietly stayed. The wooden floor creaks with secrets to tell, like footsteps fading from our wishing well. Your picture in the corner, cracked and torn, holding back the nights, both bruised and worn. I tried to sweep you out, but you clung tight. In every little crack, you found your light. Though we said goodbye, there's more to see. You're the restless ghost inside of me. It's not gone the way you think it fades. Between our walls, where the silence stays. Love left its marks where it refused to crack. Still catching breath in the space we lack. The evening air carries your soft spin laugh, traces of us on the broken photograph, stains on the carpet where we used to dance. A stubborn story that won't give a chance. I try to clean the slate, a fresh new start, but traces linger deep inside my heart. Though the rooms are empty, still I see love holding on in the cracks of me. It's not gone the way you think it fades. Between our walls, where the silence stays. Love left its marks where it refused to crack. Still catching breath in the space we lack. No farewell note nailed upon the door, just quiet corners that call you more. This house remembers though we don't speak. Love's not gone, just hidden meek. It's not gone the way you think it fades. Between our walls, where the silence stays. Love left its marks where it refused to crack. Still catching breath in the space we lack. Love's not leaving, it's just out of sight. In all our cracks, it holds on tight. The sun breaks through the cotton fields, and dust kicks up beneath worn boots. Hands stained dark from days gone by. I found my past just down these routes. That old porch where we carved our names is fading now, paint chips away. Laughter hanging in the summer air, but time has other plans to play. Every mile we drove that night, the sky leaned in like it would spill. Our stories tangle, raw and real. At turning points you feel the thrill. We were fireflies in the pouring rain, chasing sparks that never stayed. The roads we walk, both sweet and stung, carved the songs that still get sung. No looking back, just moving on. In every end, a brand new dawn. From tangled roads to open skies, we carry on with no disguise. Mama's voice from the kitchen light, telling tales of dreams once chased. Daddy's worn hat by the door, symbols of a time misplaced. Fallen leaves and faded maps remind me where I come from. Though the paths may twist and turn, the heart knows where it's from. We were fireflies in the pouring rain, chasing sparks that never stayed. The roads we walk, both sweet and stung, carved the songs that still get sung. No looking back, just moving on. In every end, a brand new dawn. From tangled roads to open skies, we carry on with no disguise. And when the night feels too alone, I hear the engines hum and groan. A simple tune, a lonesome call that guides me when the shadows fall. We were fireflies in the pouring rain, chasing sparks that never stayed. The roads we walk, both sweet and stung, carve the songs that still get sung. No looking back, just moving on. In every end, a brand new dawn. From tangled roads to open skies, we carry on with no disguise. So here's to roads and turning points, to hearts that heal and joints that bend. Our stories ain't still fresh and bright, a country song without pretend. The night's pulled his blanket, but I'm wide awake. Old truck humming low on this gravel brake. Pulled out my heart, packed it in this ride. Every mile closer, you're by my side. Disappear like fireflies in the rain. Radio's playing our favorite refrain. Windows down, your hair in the breeze. patchwork memories in a flash. That old diner, the one on Main, I'm racing the clock to see you again. No street lights, just stars above. I'm chasing this road and your kind of love. Every turn and every mile just to see you. I'd walk 1,000 trails. I do it all for you in the dark. Cross every river, leave a mark. No need for sunshine to make it right. I find my way by your heart's light. Sometimes the night feels too cold and wide, but your voice keeps the fire alive. No map or compass, just faith in this ride. With you waiting on the other side. I do it all for you in the dark. Cross every river, leave a mark. No need for sunshine to make it right. I find my way by your heart's light. Midnight roads and headlight beams, you're the reason behind my dreams. Driving down these worn out lines, miles behind, but you're on my mind. Maps all torn and stained with clues. Every path I take pulls back to you. Dust kicks up from a gravel road. Old truck comes my private own. Review shows a fading light, but I swear you're near tonight. Crossing rivers that never freeze, walking through these memories. I swear I hear your laughing tune, calling me like a favorite tune. Every road led back to you, through every storm I always knew. No matter where I ended up, my heart rolled like an empty cup. At the edge of forever's line, you and me, sand and pine. Every mile, twist and bend, circles back. You're my journey's end. Sunsets melting into gold, telling stories left untold. Old cafe on Main, neon blue, where you smiled and time just flew. Lonesome roads that stretch and bend, lead me back to you again. Your voice rides the restless breeze in every rustling oak and tree. Every road led back to you, through every storm I always knew. No matter where I ended up, my heart rolled like an empty cup. At the edge of forever's line, you and me, sand and pine. Every star so bright, finding peace in your fading light. No need to run, no need to hide. You're the compass on this endless ride. Every road led back to you. Through every storm I always knew, no matter where I ended up, my heart rolled like an empty cup. At the edge of forever's line, you and me, sand and pine. Every mile, twist and bend, circles back. You're my journey's end. So here I stand where it all began. Every road, every plan led me home, right back to you, where forever feels brand new. The night's alive with city lights, smoke paints the sky so red. But here beneath these burning stars, there's something calm instead. We met where sirens break the hush, streets crack from weary feet. Your hand found mine through chaos, dance a rhythm steady and sweet. Smokestacks reach, the fires climb, but you held me closer still. In a world that's falling apart, we found a quiet thrill. With every spark that flew around, I didn't see the blaze. All I saw was your steady gaze. When the flames fade away and the night turns gray, we'll be the calm, the reason the storm won't stay. In a world on fire, we stood side by side, chose each other when the world ignited. Burned out buildings tell their tales, streets where dreams grew thin. But your laughter cut through smoke and ash, a spark I'd never been. Through cracked sidewalks and broken glass, our story carved its way. Hand in hand we faced the fire, refusing to stray. No matter how the tempest turned, you were my steady guide. In the heat, we found a place to hide. When the flames fade away and the night turns gray, we'll be the calm, the reason the storm won't stay. In a world on fire, we stood side by side, chose each other when the world ignited. All around us, the world may burn, but here the fire's tamed, not by fear, but love declared, a bond that's unashamed. We're the spark that fights the heat, the shelter from the storm. In every blaze I'll find your name, a promise held warm. When the flames fade away and the night turns gray, we'll be the calm, the reason A restless heart with nowhere left to run, fading hopes and neon signs. You walked away, no words to say, just the clatter of your heels on rain-soaked streets. I stood among the silent crowds, lost in the maze of our incomplete dreams. Between the gone and stay, there's a voice I can't find, where every corner knows your name, but you slip through time. Crossroads in the concrete, where our stories collide, between goodbye and forever on this ragged ride. Broken city lights flicker like the flame we once knew, standing in the silence, still searching for you. The alley smells of summer rain, echoes of laughter fade slow and low. Your footsteps lost in endless streets, a ghost in a place no longer home. Between the gone and stay, there's a voice I can't find, where every corner knows your name, but you slip through time. Crossroads in the concrete, where our stories collide, between goodbye and forever on this ragged ride. Broken city lights flicker like the flame we once knew, standing in the silence, still searching for you. Maybe somewhere beyond this cracked street, our paths will mend and hearts will meet. But tonight I'm caught in yesterday's rain, carrying the weight of love and pain. Crossroads in the concrete, where our stories collide, between goodbye and forever on this ragged ride. Broken city lights flicker like the flame we once knew, standing in the silence, still searching for you. Night fades slow, but the city stays, holding on to our lost yesterdays. Underneath the sky so wide and gray, I watch the promises we made decay. Broken words like dust beneath my feet, tracing paths where hope and sorrow meet. We built our dreams on wooden planks and nails, counting stars, but every story fails. Your eyes once held the fire of the dawn, now the mirrors to a road withdrawn. I follow footprints those nights feel like distant years, carved by time and soaked with tears. I chased the sparks that flickered then gone, a fading light before the dawn. Every step a story told, on edges sharp and growing cold. Fractured roads and faded trust, pieces lost to winds of dust. Standing here where forever bends, built from broken promises. I made amends. If I could gather shattered skies, hold them close to mend your eyes. But sometimes love's a fragile art, built apart with aching hearts. Fractured roads and faded trust, pieces lost to winds of dust. Standing here where forever bends, built from broken promises. I made amends. Beneath the sky that's turning light, quiet roads to guide this night. Quiet roads went through the morning haze. Coffee's warm in hands, but it's your face I chase. We found each other where the wildflowers grow. Hearts beat loud in a quiet town shadow. You held my fears with rough but gentle hands. Smiled through the wreckage, helped me understand. Every storm we rode, every night we stayed awake, build a fire strong enough to never break. Loving you was the bravest thing after the storm, like the sky clearing when the day is born. We walked through the thunder, faced the pouring rain, found shelter in each other, healed every pain. Your hands are warm from the battles you fought, scratches and bruises that can't be bought. But your laughter rings clear across this old porch swing, tells me hope's alive in the morning's first wing. We carved out a place where no one can reach, built by the kindness only time can teach. Loving you was the bravest thing after the storm, like the sky clearing when the day is born. We walked through the thunder, faced the pouring rain, found shelter in each other, fear in the air. After all the wreckage, we're still standing there. Porch light flickers low, the night wears on its skin. Crickets sing the memories we can't begin to spin. You traced your name on fogged up glass like we were still okay, but the glass cracked just like our plans and slowly slipped away. The coffee's cold, I'm staring out, a photograph's worn thin. All the words we never spoke are where the silence begins. We built our castle out of sand, and tides don't wait for love. Between the cracks, the water ran, took everything we dreamed of. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. Your laughter used to fill this room, now silence fills the space. I reach for what we had before, but it slips without a trace. The garden's overgrown with weeds where roses used to grow, and every step I take alone just reminds me what I know. We tried to hold the shifting sands, but time was never kind. Between the cracks, the truth was found in what we left behind. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. Now the sunset's washing out the colors we once knew, and I'm learning how to live with all the spaces missing you. Between the lines we lost the stories meant for us to keep, like letters torn and maps undone. The promises cut deep, what love cost us isn't gold. It's shadows left behind, a house of hearts that fell apart. Between the lines we find. The porch light's dim, but still I'm here, holding on to time, listening close for what remains. Between the lines. Sunset spills on the porch boards, coffee cold and half forgotten. You roll letter folded neatly where the evening light has softened. Remember that night, torn between the fight and the silence. How we priced our promises, weighed the cost of defiance. Your laugh cracked like vinyl, but I heard the crack in your voice. We were dollars and cents, baby, losing more than we could hoist. Stacks of the days, receipts we threw away. What's the sum of the scars we tried to save? Oh, what love cost us, what we barely held on to, like rust on the fence post and dawn breaking through. We gave what we had in the ledger of the heart, counting every line where we fell apart. Your old pickup truck humming down the empty highway. We chased freedom in a bottle, but it only led us astray. Remember the blacksmith sign, rusty and bent, like the promises hanging between us. Years spent, stacks of the days, receipts we threw away. What's the sum of the scars we tried to save? Oh, what love cost us, what we barely held on to, like rust on the fence post and dawn breaking through. We gave what we had in the ledger of the heart, counting every line where we fell apart. No ledger's perfect, no column clear, but in the quiet, your name draws near. We lost some battles, but gained some nights. In the yarn of losses, we stitched some lies. Oh, what love cost us, what we barely held on to, like rust on the fence post and dawn breaking through. We gave what we had in the ledger of the heart, counting every line where we fell apart. So here's to the cost and what we saved beside, in the book of us where our truths reside. The night fell quiet on that barren hill. We stood hand in hand, time seemed to still. The stars hung low, a canvas so wide. No words were needed, just side by side. We drove all night with the windows down, chasing a feeling we never found. The road was long, the air was thin, but in that silence our hearts began. No promises made, no voices loud, just a steady beat of two souls proud at the edge of time, where future The night was calm, the fire low. You smiled at me, not letting go. Between the silence, a story spun of hearts that learned to beat as one. We met where rivers bend and flow, in dusty fields where wildflowers grow. Your hand found mine without a word, a quiet song the world unheard. Every breath, slow and steady, built a bridge where hearts were ready. No rush, no race, just time to see how love can grow when it's set free. Skies, we dance beneath the watching fireflies. Every step was slow release. In that stillness, we found peace. No need to rush, no need to hide. Love's not a race, it's a steady tide. With every moment, breath by breath, we built a world away from stress. This love learned to breathe like the morning air, slow and soft, with tender care. We held on tight through the rising seas, found calm. Tries pulling in, we hold on what's deep within. A quiet strength, a steady flame, a love that's grown beyond the pain. This love learned to breathe like the morning air, slow and soft, with tender between the moments slow. A love that's yours, a love that's grown. The old porch light flickers, a fragile glow. Dusty boots on the doorstep, traces of long ago. Coffee's cold on the kitchen table, your chair's still pulled out. Pictures hanging crooked, memories scream no doubt. Faint scent of leather and pine still lingers in the air. Rooms filled with silence, heavy with a lost affair. distant thunder rolling down the hall. I reach out but find nothing, just the cold in the fall. The porch swings empty under skies once so wide. Our tale unfinished, nowhere left to hide. And the sun keeps setting, painting memories on the wall. Every fading color reminds me of the fall. We're just fragments of yesterday, scattered in the wind, trying to hold on to stories that never begin again. Cracks in the floorboards, like cracks in my heart, picking up pieces that keep falling apart. If I could rewind every word, every sigh, would I find the reason why we're saying goodbye? But even the strongest bridges find their end, and sometimes the best stories just can't mend. We're just fragments of yesterday, scattered in the wind, trying to hold on to stories that never begin again. Cracks in the floorboards, like cracks in my heart, picking up pieces that keep falling apart. The porch light dims, night wraps around the yard, left with these fragments, broken but scarred. I've got these lines on my skin like roads I've traveled through, each one a story, a lesson I never knew. There was a night when the rain wouldn't quit, broke my old truck down on a one-lane split. I sat there alone, watching the water rise. Felt like the end, no more goodbyes. But sometimes the darkest past will show where to find the light, where to grow. These scars ain't just pain, they're my maps to you. Every cut and bruise led me through. When hope was loud, pulling me out, I found your hand in the pouring down. Hearts get broke like the gravel roads, dusty miles where the cold wind blows. But in the cracks, wildflowers bloom, like your smile that lights up a crowded room. A broken road stitched up with truth, past the dark to something new. These scars ain't just pain, they're my maps to you. Every cut and bruise led me through. When hope was loud, pulling me out, I found your head in the pouring down. So take these scars, don't shy away. They're the stories that led me to stay. No perfect roads, just miles we choose. One scars ain't just pain, they're my maps to you. Every cut and bruise led me through. When hope was loud, pulling me out, I found your hand in the pouring down. Yeah, these scars led me right to you, on roads that hope made true. The sun sank low behind the rolling hills. Dust kicked up on that old gravel road. We laughed like nothing could ever break us, but something changed, and it showed. Remember that night down by the riverside, fireflies dancing, your hand found mine. The world felt wide but safe and warm, but the silence that followed felt cold and torn. We tried to hold time in our hands, but some things slipped through like grains of sand. I still see the smile that you wore before the quiet came and settled for more. When the lines got blurred between us two, words unsaid that only we knew, hearts that erased, then slowed down low, in the space where feelings just wouldn't grow. I wish I could turn back to that night before the day lost its light. Old photographs that we can't face, faded letters packed away in a case. Your laughter's echo in the back of my mind, but now it's a road that we left behind. We built a story on shifting sands, trying to catch what's gone from our hands. A crack in the picture, a frayed thread, still haunted by the things unsaid. When the lines got blurred between us two, words unsaid that only we knew, hearts that raced, then slowed down low, in the space where feelings just wouldn't grow. I wish I could turn back to that night before the day lost its light. Maybe someday the sky will clear and bring back the days when you were near. But until then, The road goes on, the seasons change, but in my heart things feel the same. The night falls soft, the air grows cold. Fingers trace where your hand once held. Stars above in a silent ring. What we built now unraveling. The porch light flickers in a tired glow. Coffee cups with nowhere to go. You swore the world would bend our way, but words like cars just blew away. And I keep chasing shadows of your vows, trying to fix a broken house. Built from broken promises in the dark, tried to mend the cracks but missed the mark. Wooden floors creak with secrets untold. Love's a story written in cold. Your laughter once filled these empty walls, but now it's silence that loudly calls. Photographs and faded frames hold pieces of a midnight promise with no names. I'm picking up the splinters on the floor, but there's no place for us anymore. Built from broken promises in the dark, tried to mend the cracks but missed the mark. Wooden floors creak with secrets untold. Love's a story written in cold. Maybe someday the dawn will rise and heal the wounds behind these eyes. Till then, I'll sit on this cold porch swing, listening close to what silence sings. Built from broken promises in the dark, tried to mend the cracks but missed the mark. Wooden floors creak with secrets untold. Love's a story written in cold. The night still holds what we once gave, pieces of a promise we couldn't save. The porch lights on, curtains drawn just halfway. Old boots by the door, dust settled where they lay. We spent last summer chasing fireflies, laughing till the stars went cold. You said forever like it was a sunrise, but promises don't always hold. I packed the nights in a cardboard box, memories stacked like peeling paint, caught between your easy smile and the silence that ain't. These footsteps hang on the threshold, neither coming in nor walking out, caught between the goodbye and forever, where hope and heartache shout. You're the road that fades at morning, a line I can't quite sever, just standing in the doorway between your love and never. Coffee cup still warm on the kitchen table, but cold as the words you didn't say. Photographs with smiles, unable to chase the dusk of yesterday. I held on tight to worn out frames, faces frozen in a time, yet here I am with open hands, caught in love's thin line. These footsteps hang on the threshold, neither coming in nor walking out, caught between the goodbye and forever, where hope and heartache shout. You're the road that fades at morning, a line I can't quite sever, just standing in the doorway between your love and never. Maybe someday this door will open wide, maybe the winds will change their mind, but tonight I'm holding steady here with all the stories left unclear. These footsteps hang on the threshold, neither coming in nor walking out, caught between the goodbye and forever, where hope and heartache shout. You're the road that fades at morning, a line I can't quite sever, just standing in the doorway between your love and never. The porch light fades, curtains finally close, footsteps fade away, but the heart still knows. The night's quiet, porch light flickering like old memories. Two glasses on the table, half full or half empty. We met in the middle of a worn back road, where the corn grows tall and secrets are told. You wore a smile that didn't quite reach your eyes, and I was a man chasing stars in your skies. We weren't made for silence or easy days, more like thunder in storms and wild tangled ways. But here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts We painted the walls with colors too bold, a story untamed, never did what we're told. No, we weren't perfect, never played the part, but you kept the fire burning deep in my heart. But here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts in the pale moonlight. We were never easy, but we're still standing near, step by step, slow dance on a tightrope here. Sometimes the wind tried to knock us down, but love's a road with uneven ground. We caught each other when we fell apart, still two souls bound by a reckless heart. Here we are, still holding on tight, two stubborn hearts in the pale moonlight. We were never easy, no, but we somehow steer, step by step, slow dance on a tightrope here. The night fades slow, but we don't disappear. Not perfect, not easy, still standing near. Sunset paints the farmhouse red, gravel road beneath my tread, old truck humming steady slow, memories and radios glow. We carved our names on that wooden fence, made promises without pretense, dust on boots and hands that mend, found a home, no need to pretend. Fields of gold where we would run, chasing daylight, catching sun, two hearts learning where they belong, in a place that waits so strong. No need for words, the land talks through were sown, forever here, forever known. When the world pulls us apart and the nights get cold and long, there's a fire in our hearts that keeps burning strong. No matter how far the roads may roam, this is the place, this is our home, where hearts don't quit, where we belong. Roots that hold, love that grows in this place, our story flows. The night sighs heavy under tired stars, your worn boots tapping on the wooden floor. Stacks of silence piled up between us. I reach for words, but they just fall out dry. Remember that porch light flickering low, where promises laid like fireflies in jars. We swore on every sunrise we'd hold tight. Now the sparks are dim, but I can still try. I know we've been battlegrounds and torn maps, but every cracked road leads me to your hand. I'm fighting for us again somehow, breaking down these walls that we've built up now, like a lonesome river that won't run dry. I'm chasing our love beneath this stubborn sky. Dust on the table where laughter once danced. Your scent still lingers in the old blue jeans. Words like wild horses running off the track, but I'm holding the reins, won't let them break free. We stumble through storms and cold hard days, but I believe love's fire can find its way. I'm fighting for us again somehow, breaking down these walls that we've built up now, like a lonesome river that won't run dry. I'm chasing our love beneath this stubborn sky. No perfect story, no easy ride, just two hearts tangled on the other side. If fighting means keeping you near, I'll brave the silence, I'll hold back the fear. Fighting for us again somehow, tearing down the walls with each breath now, like a river wild, it's got nowhere to hide. I'm still sighs, but now with hope's call. I'm fighting for us, burning down these walls.